Hey guys, quick reminder, I'm giving away my Oris Big Crown Pointer Date watch. To enter to win this beautiful thing, just follow me on Instagram. I'm going to pick the winner on November 30th, announce it on Instagram, so just follow there for a chance to win at Red Hot Stove Austin. Little Christmas gift to you guys, because I love you. What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. And no, the title is not clickbait. I'm done. I've got my gameplay. I can just upload gameplay until shipment comes out. I'll check out the game once shipment comes out, or they release a big update, whichever comes first, to change this game up. But as it stands right now, it's a month in. It's been out exactly a month. I've played precisely 60 hours. I actually pulled an all-nighter last night. Yeah, so if my commentary is like kind of shitty or whatever, Blame Truth, it's always shitty. I'm sure some hater will say that. But if my commentary is a little awkward or whatever, it's because I've stayed up all night playing this game. I wanted to hit 60 hours played for some reason. I don't know why. It's just some weird OCD thing. I don't know. But 60 hours. It's 2.5 days. And a month playtime on this. And I'll give some thoughts on DMZ as well as Warzone 2 and stuff as the video progresses. But I'm bringing you two gameplays just to kind of showcase what I'm talking about with this game and why it's so fucking shitty. And I do want to say that when you do reverse boost on this game, it's pretty fun for a little bit, but, you know, I mean, it's just shoe house. It's like, that's all I want to play, but I'm already tired of it because all the other maps are pretty fucking mid. No map is as good as this one, but this is the only good map, and then shipment's coming out, and that's not even a fucking good map, really. It's just a map that you kind of go for camos and challenges on. It's just a big pile of fucking shit, but I'm bringing you these two gameplays, and I want to talk about them. I usually don't talk about the gameplays, but here you go. So, this first gameplay, it's an easier lobby, but it's like, it's not easy still because I gotta kind of play like my life depends on it just to win the match because my team sucks. You see, I play alone. So even in easier lobbies, it's still not easy. There's still that Call of Duty classic like, hey, are you pretty good? You gotta carry some shitty fucking teammates if you're playing alone. We're sorry, but that's how it is. Like, never is this an easy experience, like, pretty much. It just never really is. I actually had an SPMM game. I'm not going to include it because I kind of camped, but I went 44-8, and we actually won with, like, a blowout. I think we were facing a team that was just going for challenges or something, but, like, that doesn't happen, like, ever. Usually it's something like this, and then my next match is... it's a really sweaty game with the P90, playing the objective and whatnot. You'll see it when it comes up. I move around a lot. It's exciting to watch. You know, it's the P90 with, like, the movement buffs with the attachments. It's a fun match, I guess, to see. Wasn't that fun to play. I'm kind of at the mercy of my team a lot when I play alone, which is all the time, because nobody wants to play with me on this game because my stats are too high. I got above a 3 KD. It's not legit. I reverse boost and I play legit lobbies, both. But it's above a 3 KD. I'm not sure the other stats. It's nearly a 2-win loss, like a 1.9 win loss or something like that. But the game doesn't like me because I have high stats. So none of that skill issue shit. And you can say, well, you reverse boosted. But like, I'll show you. I can show you guys many skill-based matchmaking gameplays. Again, like typical skill-based matchmaking gameplays where I'm playing alone. So much it's just, you're at the mercy of your team, really. I mean, I could do well in a match like this one, but if my team sucks, and they kind of do suck, thankfully they don't suck so much, I can't pull out the W at the end, sorry for the spoiler, but, like, it's just never an easy fucking time. But I just want to get into the nitty-gritty here. I want to cover this game, like, everything about it, and just talk about how fucking shitty it is. I mean, I've covered this game, and I said before Season 1 came out, this is the worst Call of Duty. It's tied with Vanguard for being the worst fucking Call of Duty I've ever played, multiplayer-wise. And I meant that when I said it. Season 1 comes out, and Shoe House is a great map, and they fixed some stuff. But, like, this is still... Guys, I can't lie to you. This is still a bottom fucking tier COD. I don't know what else to tell you. If you are playing this game for the multiplayer, it's like this game, it's just an afterthought. You know, one thing I didn't cover in my big, long review, comprehensive review of MW Roman numeral 2 here, is the Gunsmith. Now, here's the thing, guys. I didn't really play MW 2019, but people were kind of raving about the Gunsmith. People were saying that the Gunsmith was good, and I'll take your word for it. I saw it in Cold War. I saw it in Vanguard. Apparently, it was kind of like a copy of that. I didn't really like it. I don't really like the fucking Gunsmith. I think it's overcomplicating something, and I think it causes a lot of balance issues. And I'm just not a big fan of it. Like, I wasn't a fan of it in Cold War and Vanguard, at least. It feels just really convoluted. I'm old school, man. I'm sorry. I like customization. I do. But I like the customization to be just in the different weaponry. Like, what's wrong with just the fact that this game has 40 different weapons? What's wrong with individually just balancing those weapons, not giving them a ton of attachments, and like, I don't know, you have enough variety with that. Do you really need to dial in the fucking attachments and look up YouTube videos? I mean, here's the thing, too, in this game especially. I already don't like the Gunsmith. I didn't like it in Cold War. I didn't like it in Vanguard. I don't think I would have liked it in MW 2019. But in this game, it is a new level of fucking shit. Like, I've been trying to dial it in. I've been really just analyzing it. I've been watching exclusive Ace videos like he's a Bible of knowledge. If it wasn't for Ace, I mean, everything in this game is so poorly fucking done. There's no actual data. I mean, even with Ace, I don't know what the fuck a lot of this shit even is. Still, and we're a month fucking in. I don't know the difference between recoil control, recoil stabilization, and recoil whatever the other one is. There's like another fucking thing, and then there's like gun kick if you go into the tuning. I don't know what any of it is, and there's no way to find out. I don't think even Ace knows what it is. It's so fucking shitty, guys. So this Gunsmith, I mean, it's horrendous. Most of the time, for most every weapon in the game, like 99% of the time, you're going to put on some kind of compensator, some kind of vertical kick compensator. Most guns in this game initially will kick just kind of up or up and to the right or whatever. Very rarely will you find a gun that kind of deviates from that. And, you know, I'm not going to say that all the weapons feel the same, but I will say that all the weapons kind of recoil the same, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, man. The weapons, the more I've used them, they kind of just lack soul and identity. We talked about MW2, the original, in the last video. Like, I can remember every single weapon in that game, how it felt, to this day. And I wasn't even the biggest MW2 fan, but every single weapon in that game, I remember vividly. Like, vividly. I remember the SCAR, how that recoiled, how that sounded. The TAR, the ACR especially. Like, every gun in that game had its own unique feel, sound, handling. Everything in this game kind of feels samey. I don't know, like the battle rifles, for instance. Like, we had the M14 here. It feels a lot like the G3 or the Lockman or whatever. All the fake names, sorry. I mean, this is the M14. Come on, it's the M14, you know? Like, this just kind of feels the same as that. And then you have the SCAR battle rifle, which feels the same as those two. But the SCAR battle rifle, it's better in full auto. It kind of feels like, I don't know, the MW2 original one. But then you have the marksman rifle versions of these, which just feel kind of like the same thing, but a little different. It's just, I don't know, man. Only a few weapons feel really different, like the 74U and the P90. Like, those feel pretty different. But it's not called the P90, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know, man. The point of all this is the Gunsmith fucking sucks. Most of the time, you're just trying to fight the vertical recoil and the idle sway. So you'll put on a bunch of stuff that fights the idle sway and a bunch of stuff that fights the recoil. And then you don't want to make your gun too slow, so make sure you can ADS and move around relatively quickly. And then you're good, you know? And that's like it. And you don't know what the fuck you're doing half the time. The little bars in game are piss poor because they combine different elements into those bars, like bullet velocity and damage range is combined into those bars. Uh, but I don't know, so much shit's just worthless. Like, I go into the Gunsmith and so much shit's just fucking worthless. Suppressors are fucking worthless. I cannot find a reason to use any of them. I'm sorry for those that like using them or whatever, but they're literally just garbage. I don't know. I could spend so long talking about this game's Gunsmith, but I need to move on. You know, like the lack of just hard numbers is the biggest issue. The lack of hard numbers, the fact that so much stuff is just copied and pasted. It's the illusion of choice. Do we really need like 60 different gun sights? The thermals, they suck for the most part. Like, I've tried using them, they suck. Most of the sights are blocky and shitty. Like, I don't know, there's maybe like all this stuff could be narrowed down into 10 different sites, maybe 12, you know. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's move on here. The maps. I mean, I've gone over the maps in the comprehensive MW Roman numeral 2 review. They're not the worst thing in the world. MW 2019's maps are worse overall, but stuck! I'm stuck, by the way! I can't mantle. Back to the maps. Like, Shoehouse came out, and I'm sorry for all the Shoehouse gameplay you're going to see in the future. I got a lot of stockpiled gameplay, but it's like the only map I give a fuck about. It's the only map that's legitimately fun. Like, it's the only one I would want to see in another game, you know? It's just not good. I mean, the maps aren't good. I don't know what else to say. And when the maps aren't good, the fucking game isn't good. You know, it's not just the maps. Like, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm sorry if I'm gonna be, like, convoluted with this video. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place and jumping from topic to topic, but I feel like Jack Torrance in The Shining, and I have an axe, and I'm taking an axe to Infinity Ward's doors. I do mean that literally. Like, they probably have like 20 doors to actually get into the studio, and all of them are stained with cum because of Joe Secott and his love for them. But, you know, I'm axing through the doors like Jack Nicholson, Jack Torrance. So here's Johnny with another fucking thing I'm just gonna rant about. Like, yeah, the maps suck. The kill streaks, specifically the UAV. Man, there's a big fucking problem with UAV spam. UAV is just busted because Ghost is an ultimate perk. You don't get it till way later, so people will spam. Like, if you're not running UAV, you're just doing it wrong. Getting a UAV in this game is like getting a fucking nuke for the most part. I don't know why. I just don't know why they had to change it. Why did they fucking change it, you know? The counter UAV, it costs more than the UAV, and it stands still, and you can just shoot it with your gun, and it dies fairly quickly. You don't even have to waste a rocket on it, and it's like you don't have to look for it, really. It's always pretty much in the center of the map. It's awful. It's the only real counter to the UAV early on, and it sucks. You have to, like, earn more score streak for it, and it sucks. Like, you can take it out easy. I don't know what Infinity Ward were thinking other than that they weren't thinking. And you might be thinking this is nitpicking, right? Like, oh, the UAV's bad. Wah, the game sucks. Wah. When you are playing in higher skill lobbies, like, I mean, look at this match with the P90 here. Again, it's a fun match to watch. It wasn't that fun to play. Thankfully, my team's pretty good. I play the objective hardcore here. You know, I'm really playing the objective. I'm moving around like a crack addict. Whenever you are in higher skill lobbies, you're going to start noticing things that people will abuse, right? Because people don't really get better, they get cheaper for the most part. So, like, one thing you got to really contend with when you're in a higher skill lobby is just full parties, probably doing call-outs while I'm just sitting there with my mic muted because I'm not really talking to my team, I'm not playing with anybody. And you could say, like, well, play with people, you know, like get a squad together. Like, guys, I don't feel like fucking making a game battle squad with a bunch of 14-year-old Adderall addicts like Wings of Redemption does when he's playing Rainbow Six. That shit's weird to me, first of all. For like, two, I don't know, man. I play games casually. Like, I've always played Call of Duty casually with my friends. If they weren't very good, it did not fucking matter. I would carry them to victory. If we lost a few matches, whatever. It was rare. We'd get on and we'd win 9 games out of 10, you know? Like, whatever. Now, it's impossible. So, I mostly just play alone. And I could play free-for-all, I guess, but these spawns are fucking terrible. That's another thing I want to complain about. These fucking spawns. I've been complaining about so much other shit. I haven't even covered, like, the basic stuff here. These spawns, man, my God, they are fucking horrendous. So many times, I mean, especially on Shoot House, you notice it because it's a smaller map, but like this fits a 6v6 match. Like Shoot House fits 6v6. It does. It fits perfect. These spawns are horrendous. And not only are they bad as in like you're going to spawn kill people or you're going to get spawn killed, you're going to reverse spawn kill people where you spawn directly behind them after they kill you. Not only is it bad in that regard, but like you can't predict where the fuck anyone's going to be. Old school Call of Duty, you could predict like the spawns. They had spawn points, but there's this like weird fucking spawn on a teammate thing going on. Spawn on an enemy. You don't know where the fuck, like if the enemy team's spread out, you don't know where the fuck anyone's gonna be. Straight up. These spawns are fucking abysmal. I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, I've covered the bad maps. I've covered just the shitty Gunsmith. The bad time release perk system. This perk system needs to be redone. The time release thing it just needs to be done away with. It needs to be done away with. The 4 perk system will work in this game without a fucking timer. You know? Just have a 4 perk system. Balance it a little bit better because I don't know. It's just I feel like Ghost is still gonna be super powerful if you make it a non-ultimate perk because UAV spam is so powerful. UAV and counter UAV like needs to switch, I feel like, honestly. Like the UAV needs to be the thing that doesn't move and the counter UAV needs to be the thing that moves, or maybe just make them both move, or maybe make neither of them move. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. They had 3 years with 3,000 devs working on this to figure this out. Why am I one guy wrecking my brain? Fucking fix it, dude. Fix it, Infinity Ward, for fuck's sake, man. God, what else is like a nitpick? Like a teammate collision is an issue. The hit detection leaves something to be desired sometimes. There's so much idle sway sometimes. I feel like there's skill-based hit detection. I might do a deep dive on that on Reddit, make a future video just on skill-based hit detection. Something feels really weird with that. I don't know, guys. This game, it just feels like an afterthought, man. The whole multiplayer component just feels like an afterthought, and I'm already bored of it. Like 60 hours in, I kind of forced myself to go 60 hours in. I nearly quit before Shoot House came out. Shoot House came out, I had some fun for a bit, especially with reverse boosting and mixing in tryhard lobbies like the old school Call of Duty days. But for the most part, man, this shit's just still bottom tier. It's a bottom tier fucking COD. It's down there with Vanguard. I think it is a little bit better than Vanguard, but I would fucking hope so because Vanguard's complete dog shit. I don't know. I played some DMZ. You know, I tried to play casually on DMZ with some friends, and it's a little boring, to be honest. Like, it's definitely a beta. It's just kind of boring. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like real life people will come out. You know, like it's like Battle Royale with AI and real people mixed in, and real people come out of nowhere and I die, and I'm like, I'm not taking it that seriously. So I'm like, well, that sucks. I lost my loadout because I'm just trying to have a casual conversation and shoot some bots. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. And, you know, it wouldn't be that bad if we had somebody talking to us. Joe Secott, like, I talk about this guy, but he's not talking to us on Twitter. Like, he's deleted, like, every tweet. There's no communications community manager that I know of. Ashton the Mime Williams is gone, working for Microsoft. Nobody's really talking to us. I don't know what's going to get updated, what's going to get changed. If we just had, like, a roadmap of changes, or, like, somebody talking to us and telling us what they're looking into, what they're looking to bring to the table, it would be better. But as it stands right now, I mean, yeah, we got a combat record now. Like, we got these basic things we should have had on launch, but, like, I'm already tired of it. And I saw something, I actually didn't know this, but, like, okay, shipment's coming mid-December or whatever, right? Like, the middle of December, shipment's coming. But then we're not getting anything until February fucking 1st. Like, season 1 lasts that long. I don't know how the game's supposed to sustain itself. Like, I don't know if people are just already tired of it, already bored of it, or what, but man, the multiplayer side of things, it's just fucking barren. Like, when I really sat down and played it and got really into it and tried to make the Gunsmith more intricate than Infinity Ward, I think, wanted it to be, and I tried to use all 40 weapons. Yeah, 40 weapons looks great, but most of them just feel the same. The battle rifles are just extensions of the marksman rifles, or vice versa. And so much stuff feels samey. I don't know, guys. The game ain't it, man. The game just ain't it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I guess I'm gonna cut it here and just say, if I had to rate this game out of 10, I'd probably give it just, I don't know, man. Like, if I'm playing it legit, no reverse boosting, it's probably like a 3 or a 4, honestly. With RBs mixed in, it's maybe a 5. But the game sucks. End of story. I want to nail Joe Secott to the fucking cross. Peace out.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.